What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dwism Works back at it again. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year, all that good stuff. It's been a minute, but I think I'm gonna try to get out here in the garage today and do a little work on the Spyder F3. Let me show you what I got going on. All right, so what I'm thinking is, because it's like 14 degrees outside here in Georgia, and of course you can't ride, and it's the Christmas Eve before Christmas Eve, I thought I'd just get out here in the garage, in my basement, and do a little work. So what do I have in mind? What I'm thinking is, put a little light on here first. What I'm thinking is brakes. I have, as you can see right here, I have the rear brakes that I'm going to put on. I also have the front brakes, the left and the right, that I'm going to put on. I also have some end links here, sway bar end links here that I'm going to install. So what better day to do it than a day like today? With it being 14 degrees outside, might as well go ahead and be productive, right? Rather do this kind of work on the bike, doing brakes and all that kind of maintenance stuff on a cold day, rather than wait to a nice warm day and then engage in that type of work. It doesn't make sense. Take advantage of the cold day, get some things done that need to be done, and then to kind of, move on from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I need to get all my tools together, so I'll be right back at you. All right, you guys, I'm getting ready to get started. I just said that I need to gather all my tools and all that good stuff, but one of the first things I like to do, even before I even touch the bike, even before I touch the Can-Am Spyder, is make sure I have every single tool that I'm going to need, that I know I'm going to need, in place. So my goal for today, like I said, I have the front brakes, the bar end links, as well as the rear brakes. My goal for today is to at least do the front brakes. Since it's cold, I don't have nothing else to do. I'm just gonna take my time, make sure I do everything right. So, gather my tools. The first thing I need to get is my jack. I know I need the jack, because I'm gonna have to jack this bad boy up. So let's put everything in place. I know I'm going to need my torque wrench for the tires. I need this jack handle to jack the jack up. Some things I know I'm going to need. I'm gonna need a torque 30, T30. I wonder, do I have a T30 in here? It's a T40. It's always the first one you grab is real close, but never really what you need. I have a lot more torque screws. Other places, that's another T40. Funny how I get my hand on the T40s. T25, T27. And don't judge me in the comments below. I'm more organized than it appears. It's a T30. So it looks like it's a T30 as well that's unmarked. I think that's a T30 as well. Well, I have to put this on standby just in case. I prefer this T handle to work with. All right. Let's see what else I'm going to need. I have the brake pads. At times like this, I wish I had a cameraman. I don't know where my camera equipment is, so I'm recording actually from the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So some brake pads that don't go in that front there. Get my little stool from over here, my lazy stool. I think I have just about everything I need, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I'll be right back at you. Oh, need the wheel lock. Can't get the wheels off at the wheel lock. Let's see what I did with the wheel lock. Maybe in the front storage area here. As you can see, this bike hasn't been cranked up in maybe, I'll say maybe a good month and some change now. I think since probably right before Thanksgiving. But you can still have the battery tender on it. Got it hooked into the wall right there. Got the battery tender on this one. I got the battery tender also on the Riker here. And that one's hooked up over here. I thought I had it on the battery tender. I don't. I have my lawnmower battery on the battery tender. So I need to switch that. So I'm gonna take that tender off the lawnmower and put it back on the Riker. I thought I did that the other day. Show you how your mind works sometimes. I thought I took care of that and I didn't, obviously. All right, so, wheel lock. Where is my wheel lock? I can't do nothing without the wheel lock. I feel it. There it is. Starting to get a little worried there. It was tucked in there. So this is the wheel lock to my PPA wheels. Yeah. So need that. All right. Be right back at you. Okay, I have to record in a very interesting way since I don't have my stand to hold my phone. Or hold my GoPro. I just kind of have to work with one hand here, so that's why the video is going to be edited the way it is. But anyway, we're gonna get it done. I've already broken the lug nuts on the wheels, so that when I jack it up, I don't have to break them. So also, because the pistons may have to be adjusted before you actually take the old brake pads out, you need to open up the brake reservoir inside of here, because the pistons will probably have to be adjusted. So I'm making a mess. So this allows, with some air in there, allows for us to get in there and squeeze the pistons back into place so that we can install the new brake pads. So, from the videos I watch, remember, I'm not a ERP mechanic. I am a do-it-yourselfer, save money type of guy. So, yeah. Gotta wait, brake fluid on my bike. That is not gonna work. Just make sure no trash, anything falls in there. But yeah, I'll clean that up a little bit later. All right, I have the bike jacked up. I'm just taking the lug nuts off. And you know, in the Can-Am Spyder, the RT, all of those bad boys, there are 3 lug nuts to take off. I'm always careful with this part right here because I don't want to scratch my wheels, so I make sure that I take them off carefully. I don't want any marks or stuff on my wheel. The lug nuts themselves, you can see, they take a beating, but I have a million of these right here, the black ones. They go with the same key. So, and also when they're tucked and screwed into the wheel, they're hidden anyway. You really can't see them anyway. The only part you really see is that black piece. So, not overly concerned about that, even though it annoys me personally, but it's not a major thing. As long as I don't scratch those wheels, I am good. Working with one hand, y'all. So this is quite interesting. stuff out of the way. Put it back. Pull the wheel off. Alright, YouTube, here we go. So, what I need to do now is remove that brake caliper so I can get the brake pads out. But there is a pin that's located in here that you need to pull off of the screw that you need the T30 to unscrew this screw out of here. Let's see if I get a flashlight so I can put some light down there so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. There are a lot of videos out there that probably show it a whole lot clearer, but let me get a flashlight anyway. Hold on just a second. Alright, so as you can see, there's a screw right in there, right there, that has to be unscrewed using the T30. Then there's a clip that goes on that piece right there. So I removed that clip, and that's the clip on the ground right here. The next thing I need to do is remove that screw. And like I said, I'm working with one hand here. So I'm just gonna kind of go behind it and just unscrew. I've already broke the screw, and I was able to break the screw just using this regular old T30 torque with no problem. This requires a minimum of level 2 of elbow grease. Wasn't bad at all. I see the screw coming out. I saw Martin, the vlogger, actually doing this, and he actually said that if you have questions about how to remove the wheel, then this is not the job for you. And I would agree. See, kind of working with a hand. There you go, and that's when I pulled the screw out, the clip just popped right on out. That spring, kind of like it's spring loaded, some sort. Now just take all that, put on the ground. Now, according to the videos that I watched, I should be able to just remove the brake pads by working them out. And it's coming. That's one. Move the other side, and the other side came right on out. So let's look at these brake pads. Oh, the brake pads were gone. Let me see. You barely see any pad on them. They were gone. So yeah. Well, the brake pads are out. So my next step is to remove the back off of these brake pads. It's a clip on the back. Probably require 2 hands, so I'll do that. And I'm gonna clean up. I have to reuse this back piece on the new brake pads. Because this is actually the pistons pressed on the back of this, and the brake pads pressed against the rotor. So, kind of clean it up a little bit, but you must reuse this back plate here. It's going to snap on the back of the new brake pad as well. It's going to snap on the back of those. So let me go ahead and prep those, and I'll be right back at you. All right, guys, just trying to clean up some stuff here. So just want to show you what I've done. As you can see in there now where the brake pads have been removed. I removed the screw in here. The clip fell out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start prepping a new brake pad so that I can put these same pads that came off the back. Remember, those pads that came off the back allow for the pistons to press against the brake pad, which presses against the rotor and stops you. So I'm getting ready to clean all that up. I was told use some brake fluid or some type of cleaner and clean up your parts that you're going to reuse. So everything that you see right there is going to be reused and attached to these brakes. So let's do it. Okay, I was able to clean up my parts here, so I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to remember. Give me some forgiveness now. Don't kill me too bad. I'm trying to do this with one hand. So normally I work a whole lot better when I'm able to use both of my hands. But let's see how this go. Is that right? Other brake pad. No, that's right. Had it upside down. Had the snap on the back. Small and up. Sometimes some of the things I may do is take a picture of my work before I disassemble, just so I know how to put it back together. But I feel pretty confident about this job, so I didn't do that. So I just hope all works out well for me. Now, I'm going to start trying to reinstall the brake pads in the brake caliper. I was told if you can't get them in there, because see, this is nice and thick now. This is nice and thick. A lot of brake pad on there versus what came off. Almost nothing. Killing the brakes. So what I was told was if the piston, the reason why I took the brake, the top off the brake reservoir was to release some pressure, so that if I need to push these pistons in here, you see how the pistons are sticking out? Yeah, you see how the pistons are sticking out? I can press them in so that I can install the new brake pad. The brake pads only go in one way. And there's a hook, there's an indentation right here, and that's where this hook at the bottom goes into that piece. So, but the pistons are out a little too much, so I'm gonna try to press them back here. All right, interesting stuff. Actually had to take a screwdriver and put it up in here to press these pistons back, and then they reset it or reseated, whatever the word is. They were able to be pressed in and kind of go back flush with the caliper. So now I'm gonna try to put the brake pad in, see will it, and it goes in perfect. Voila! And you see how the hook, see how the hook is hooked on that bottom piece. All right. Well, I was able to get the brake caliper installed in there. I had to press the pistons in on this side. Had to press the pistons in on this side right here, as you can see. Once I did that, it went in easy breezy. So I need to do the same thing on this side because the brake pistons are out on that side. You can't see it because my camera can't get in there. But yeah, I'm going to put the pads in real quick. I'm going to put the pads in, install the pin and everything back the way it was. All right, YouTube, I appreciate you all rolling with me and hanging in there with me as I went through this video. You know, my thing is to try to do as much stuff as I possibly can do myself instead of having to pay somebody to do it. This is my first time ever touching the brakes on this bike, and I did it after watching videos. And I have to say, I know Martin the Vlogger said that it's a 15-minute job and it's a really simple job to do. I will have to agree with that. It is simple. Can be a little finicky. I said it one time, long time ago, that there's nothing that you can do on these bad boys, and it always just totally simple. It got to be something that give you a little headache when you're doing things on here. But it wasn't bad. It was just getting the screw back in at the end was a little tricky because the spring wanted to keep pushing everything out of place. But it was still very doable. On a scale of 1 to 10, and doing this brake job, I had to give it a 5, maybe a 6. But 6 is as high as I would go. No, I would give it a 5. Wasn't bad at all. So I'm going to do the other side. I'm not going to video that side. I'm going to do the same thing. The rear brakes, I will video that one because I need to make sure I'm doing that correct as well. And that'll be a part 2. And then the sway links, the bar links, that'll be a part 3. So I appreciate you all rocking with me this morning or today. Please comment, like, subscribe below. I always appreciate the support. I know I haven't been dropping the videos as frequently as I should be dropping them. However, it's because of work, and you know that comes first. Gotta keep a roof over my head. But I do appreciate all of the love and the support. The comments, I do appreciate those as well. Have any questions about anything, let me know. No, I'm not going to replace the rotor right now, but eventually I will replace the rotors as well. I want some better rotors, but right now I just wanted to kind of see what this brake job entailed and how difficult it was. So until next time, part 2 with the rear brakes. Like I said, the bar links, part 3. I appreciate the support. Any tip suggestions, any healthy tip suggestions, just drop them below. Peace. The Wisdom Works out.